Welcome back, dear listeners, to the unfolding nightmare of Bram Stoker's Dracula. We now enter Chapter 9, which begins with Mina's heartfelt letter and continues through her journal entries. After the desperate vigils in Whitby, the story shifts between two worlds, the sunlit hope of reunion and marriage in Budapest, and the darkening shadow still falling over poor Lucy Westenra in England. Mina Murray, now soon to be Mina Harker, stands at the center, torn between her duty to her suffering fiancé and her love for her fading friend. Let us listen closely as her words reveal both the deepest tenderness and the first stirrings of a battle that will demand everything from her. 24 August, Budapest. Mina writes a long, loving letter to Lucy from the hospital in Budapest. She describes the journey, how she barely remembered the miles because every thought was fixed on reaching Jonathan. When she arrived, the shock was almost too much to bear. Her dear one was a wreck of himself, so thin, so pale, his once bright eyes now hollow and uncertain. The quiet dignity she had always admired in him had vanished. The good Sister Agatha, a kind nun with a gentle heart, tells Mina that Jonathan suffered a violent brain fever brought on by some terrible shock. In his delirium he raved of dreadful things, things so awful that the sister could only cross herself and say, "The ravings of the sick are the secrets of God." She assures Mina that none of it concerned any wrongdoing by Jonathan himself, and that he had never forgotten his love for her. Mina feels a quiet thrill of joy at those words, not from jealousy, but from relief that her beloved's heart remained true even in madness. When Jonathan wakes and sees her, his face lights with recognition and love. He asks for his coat, and from the pocket he draws out the shorthand journal he kept in Castle Dracula. With trembling hands he gives it to her. "Here is the record of my madness," he says softly. "I do not know if what I wrote is true or the product of a fevered brain. I never want to read it again, but you may read it if you wish, though I ask that you never speak of its contents to me unless some solemn duty requires it. We should have no secrets between husband and wife." Mina's heart swells. That very afternoon, in the simple hospital chapel, with the nuns as witnesses and the chaplain officiating, Mina Murray and Jonathan Harker are married. It is a quiet, sacred ceremony, no grand wedding, no white dress or flowers, yet filled with a love deeper than any horror they have faced. As her wedding gift to Jonathan, and as a symbol of perfect trust, Mina takes the journal, wraps it in white paper, ties it with a blue ribbon, and seals it with wax, pressing her new wedding ring into the soft wax as a seal. She shows it to him and promises, "I shall never open this book unless it is for your sake or for the sake of some great duty. Until then, it shall remain closed, a sign that we begin our married life with perfect faith in one another." Jonathan smiles weakly, at peace for the first time in many weeks. Mina ends the letter to Lucy with warm wishes. "I pray that you may soon know the same happiness that now fills my heart. Prepare yourself, dear friend, for the duties and joys of wifehood. Write soon and tell me everything." 30 August. Lucy replies sweetly from Hillingham, her family home near London. She is overjoyed at the news of Mina's marriage and sends her warmest congratulations. She tells Mina that Arthur has been with her constantly, that they are to be married within the month, and that she feels much stronger. Yet beneath the cheerful words, a shadow lingers. Lucy mentions in passing that she still tires easily and sometimes hears strange scratching at the window at night, like a great bird or bat beating its wings against the glass. She dismisses it lightly, saying the sea air from Whitby must still be affecting her dreams. Mina pastes the letter into her journal with a small sigh of relief. For a few precious days, she allows herself to hope that Lucy is truly recovering.
1 September, Exeter. Mina and Jonathan have returned home to Exeter, where Jonathan is slowly regaining strength under her devoted care. His hair remains streaked with gray at the temples, a permanent mark of the terror he endured, but his mind is clearer every day. Mina has typed out a fair copy of his journal on her typewriter, preserving every word in case it should ever be needed, though she keeps her promise and does not discuss its contents with him. She continues her own journal, noting how Jonathan's eyes light up when he looks at her, and how he speaks with quiet determination of returning to his legal work. Their married life, though born in sorrow and sickness, is already a source of deep comfort. But then a letter arrives from Arthur Holmwood that shatters the fragile peace. Arthur writes that Lucy has suffered a terrible relapse. She is weaker than ever, deathly pale, barely able to lift her head from the pillow. The local doctors are baffled. Dr. Seward has been summoned from London and has already performed a blood transfusion, giving his own blood to Lucy in a desperate attempt to save her. Arthur himself has given blood as well. Yet nothing seems to stop the mysterious drain on her life force. Arthur begs Mina and Jonathan to pray for Lucy. He sounds broken with worry and love. Mina closes her journal entry with tears in her eyes. She writes, "My poor dear Lucy, how my heart aches for you. Jonathan grows stronger in body and spirit each day, yet I cannot forget the shadow that fell over you in Whitby, the bat that circled our window, the strange wounds on your throat, the unnatural pallor. I dare not speak my fears aloud, even here. God keep you safe, my sweet friend. God grant that the doctors may yet find a way to bring you back to us." That was the expanded Chapter 9 of Dracula, a chapter of profound contrasts. On one side, we witness the quiet, sacred joy of Mina and Jonathan's hospital wedding, the sealing of the journal as an act of perfect marital trust, and the gentle rebuilding of their life together in Exeter. On the other, we feel the relentless shadow lengthening over Lucy Westenra, her mysterious decline, the futile blood transfusions, and the growing desperation of the men who love her. Mina stands torn between two great loves, her husband, newly returned from the brink of madness, and her dearest friend, slipping away night by night. Bram Stoker uses her voice to show us the strength of Victorian womanhood, practical, loving, fiercely loyal, and quietly courageous. Yet we, the listeners, know what Mina still only suspects, that the evil that escaped Castle Dracula has followed them across the sea and is now feeding slowly, deliberately, on the sweetest and most beloved girl in their circle. The journal that Mina sealed with her wedding ring will soon have to be opened. The solemn duty is approaching faster than any of them can imagine. Stay with us for Chapter 10, where Dr. Seward's diary begins in earnest. We will meet the strange patient Renfield, whose zoophagous madness may hold the first real clue to the vampire's presence, and we will witness more heroic yet still futile attempts to save Lucy's life. Thank you for sharing these intimate pages with Mina. If this chapter moved you with its tenderness or chilled you with the growing dread, please like,
Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another entry from these haunted journals. Love is a powerful light, but sometimes even the brightest love needs allies against the darkness. Until next time, hold your loved ones close when the night grows cold.